Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first guests joining me on the couch to talk about a student film screening event that's taking place on the 13th at the Ecker Hill Middle School. Joining me are the Vice President and President of the Spanish Club. We have Montana, Olivia, and Zach on the couch this morning. Thank you three for coming on.
You're welcome.
So this is interesting because, we just got Sundance, and I just talked to some filmmakers about those films, and now I'm talking to three middle schoolers about student-made films, and to me this is more of my filmmaking. Can you tell us what this event is? Because it is a student-made filmmaking event. Why put it on?
Well, so our Spanish club is made to help kids who don't really get to practice Spanish at home outside of the classroom, so they can do it after school and do it using interactive activities.
Okay.
And so we came up with the idea of this film festival because Sundance was going on and the Oscars are coming, and we thought it would be fun for the students to make a film, but in Spanish, and they get to have fun doing it and learn more Spanish as well.
And I have to say this is, I think that's a fantastic way to help learn Spanish, because as someone who took Spanish when I was back in school during the 1940s or whenever that was, a long time ago, I didn't use Spanish outside of the classroom, and I did, lose a lot of the language, unfortunately. So the way that you're incorporating using it outside of the classroom, I have to say, congratulations on that. That's, I think, a move that a lot of people didn't think about when I was in school. What was the process behind making the films? I mean, was there a theme you guys were given? Was it just we're getting into a group and making this film? What was the whole process behind it, Olivia?
We were told to make a film that was in Spanish.
Okay.
It was basically whatever we wanted. A bunch of people, there's skits and stuff. In my group, we didn't use our people at all. We did stop animation. But there's skits too, but they're all short films. Ranging from 2 minutes to 10 minutes, and they're really whatever they wanted. The only theme was it has to be in Spanish.
I mean, you were talking about using stop motion in your film, and I can't even use stop motion now, so that you guys are way above and beyond filmmaking that I can think of. Montana, are you guys the actors in it? Did you get people from the school to be actors in it? Was it just a whole script you guys were going through, or was it just this is all going to be fun right off the bat, improv?
Well, every member of the group, there's groups of 4, that's your maximum, and the groups are supposed to make their scripts, and they acted them out, and they also filmed it and edited it. So it was supposed to be a thing that the students only did, and they were in charge of making their films ready for the Oscars night this Wednesday.
And how long was the entire filmmaking process for you guys?
I would say about 2 to 3 weeks. We originally came up with the idea early January, and we had some delays, but it lengthened the process, but a lot of the movies would get better through that.
What was the best part of this whole experience for you guys?
I think being able to talk to your friends in Spanish, make a movie in Spanish, and have fun, learn new vocabulary while doing it was one of the highlights of this activity.
And these films are all in Spanish. Are there subtitles that people can read if they don't know Spanish? How is the translation going to happen for maybe viewers who don't speak Spanish or understand Spanish well?
We were talking to Ms. Munoz. We said maybe to, because some people wrote their script in English and then translated it, that we could maybe put subtitles. But I don't think they have done that.
Again, it's all short films. It's all fun. I'm sure a lot of people can understand what's going on through the visuals of the film, correct?
Yeah. Now, some of them you can't hear because there's bad audio too.
And this is going to be taking place on the 13th. When and where is it going to be taking place?
It's taking place from 5 to 7 p.m. at Ecker Hill Middle School in the auditorium.
Beautiful. And then Spanish Club, you guys, it's only for students, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what grades are we talking about? Can anyone join? You guys were saying earlier during the commercial break, specifically for kids who speak Spanish, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
6th and 7th graders at Ecker.
Okay, and then are you guys, you two, Montana and Olivia, are the vice president, and Zach, you're the president. Any words of encouragement for kids who maybe speak Spanish, maybe who are not intimidated, for lack of a better word, to join the club? I mean, because you guys all seem very friendly, welcoming.
I think the kids who speak Spanish but don't get that chance, or do get that chance still, they should join the club because it's really fun. It's an interactive way for them to learn. It's a better way. I think it's a better way to learn Spanish than inside the classroom, instead of like writing down vocabulary all the time, but instead of learning it through real world type activities and interacting with other Spanish speakers and learning about different cultures as well.
Well, awesome, and congrats you guys again. This is taking place 13th from 5 to 7 at Ecker Hill Middle School for the screening.
Yes.
Is there going to be like a red carpet and paparazzi and all that stuff that people?
Yeah.
There's food.
Perfect. Well, thank you three for coming on and talking about this film event. I'm sure you guys are going to have tons and tons of people show up. So congrats on the film. First of all, I have to say, as a wannabe filmmaker myself, that's awesome that you guys are making films, but more importantly, incorporating Spanish into the films. So congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, again, guys, that is at the Ecker Hill Middle School, 5 to 7 p.m. on the 13th film festival taking place, made by all these fabulous kids, so go check it out. We have to take a break right now, but we'll be back with more Mountain Morning Show after these words.